Welcome back to my channel. A few things I picked up while driving around on the side of the road. These two were actually, wasn't driving, a neighbor. He just recently moved in, asked me if I wanted them. Apparently this one is all rotted out, so the wheel doesn't hold. He said it's got a good engine, and I could use the parts off this engine. So I think I'm just going to make a quick video of it, testing the engine, see if it works. If the engine works, I'm going to take all the parts I can off it to use on other lawnmowers, and then what I can't use, I'm going to take to scrap metal. Nobody running the camera today. This one here, he was telling me pressure washer pump doesn't work, and so it's got a Honda engine. I've got a pressure washer over there with an old Briggs & Stratton engine, basically an engine something like this. This is a 4.50, mine's a 4.75. So almost an identical engine to what I have over there. So I could probably use some of the parts off of this or the whole engine on that one. But what I'm going to try to do is I got a good pump over there. Actually, I got the one I use all the time, plus I got another spare. So I'm going to make a video of seeing if I can get this one running, see what the problem is with the pump. The handle's broken. That's snapped right off here. The, right here. The hose, you can tell it's leaking here. And it's not even hooked up. So I've got a spare handle, spare hose. I'm going to see if this one works first, after see if I can get it to run. And I'll make a video of this one here. A few other things in the back. I picked this up off the side of the road, and of course I did clean it up a bit. And I was making a video of it, but it's missing the chain. It didn't need anything. All that was wrong with it was missing a chain, and the carburetor was dirty. So I took the carburetor off, I threw it in an ultrasound, put it back together, and it started right up. So there was really no video of going through the whole thing. Anyway, I'll show you what this sounds like. So, like I say, this one wasn't worth the video, but I'll show you. This was somebody threw out, choke on. Uh, 150 psi on the compression, so it's actually a pretty good chainsaw. Okay, so there's no chain on it, so it wasn't worth the video, but yeah, I'll eventually get one. Chain. I really don't need the chainsaw. I have another one up there, but for now I'm going to put it up there. Maybe I'll sell it, put a chain on, sell it, or if somebody needs one, maybe I'll give it to them. I'm not sure yet. Another thing I was going to make a video on, this also found on the side of the road. It's actually a shallow well pump. But I figured I'd take a look at it, and I started making a video of it, but that's all I did with it was took my air gun. I blew out all the dirt that was in it. I sprayed some WD-40 around the bearings, and then I put this plug in. I unhooked the pressure switch. I just temporarily put this in, and it worked fine. So I resealed the front of it. So anyway, it runs just fine. So I couldn't make a video of taking it all apart. I will try it with water. But anyway, it wasn't worth the video, but that's another thing somebody threw out that's in perfect shape. Anyway, so I'm going to let you go here. I'm going to take these two because I want this engine. I want to save it, so I want to take it off of there. But I want to pressure wash it first. I also want to pressure wash the pressure washer, and then I'll be back when I start taking stuff apart. Okay, we're back another day. I did get both of these cleaned up. There's one other piece I forgot to mention that I picked up. It was on the side of the road along with this shallow well pump. Anyway, I picked it up. I figured I'd make a video of it, and what's wrong with it? Well, I plugged it in. It works right off the bat. But is it safe? No, it's got some rust on it. You got to watch a bit of rust on the tank. You don't know the history. I don't even know how old it is. But it only goes up to 90 psi. I may keep it just to stay away from it, plug it in outside maybe if I have to pump up a tire. or I may scrap it. I would definitely wouldn't give it to anybody because when they get old, they're not safe. You're only supposed to keep a tank so long. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to see if we can get this one started. Okay, let's flip it upside down and see what it's got, if it's got a good blade on it before I even attempt to start it. Okay, it's in this compression. Put the wheel back in its place, and we'll flip this, see what we got. Let's see if I can line up the camera. That's what kills a lawnmower. You leave all this grass here, and then you leave it outside, and the moisture gets into it, and it just rots out. That's what happened to this. But he's also got something, they probably use it like that. Something major wrapped around, what is it? Oh, okay. Looks like from a swamp. Swamp grass. Anyway, wrapped around. I'm going to cut that off because I will try to start this. Okay, let me go put this in my yard waste. Okay, so looking at it, it looks like it's got a good blade on it, so I'll definitely be taking this off, sharpening it up, and saving it as a spare. Okay, we'll bring it down. We're going to do something with that tire because I don't want this falling down, hitting the floor. Okay, that should hold it off the ground. There we go, and the vice grip shouldn't hit anything. Okay, get that flattened out a bit more. Okay, we see what we've got for oil and gas. Yeah, you can see there. Okay, oil's right here. The reason why I want to save the engine, because more and more places are getting rid of the gas engines for lawnmowers and stuff, and they're all going electric, and the batteries on those electric only last a couple of years, sometimes 4, sometimes less, and they're real expensive. Plus an electric lawnmower is a lot more expensive than a gas one. Okay, so oil is full enough. Let's see what we got for gas. And we are sitting with very little gas, and it's really dirty in there. Take a look, there's a lot of dirt at the bottom of there. That's what I'm trying to get out. Okay, so we got all the old gas out of it. I'm just going to put some fresh gas in it to see if it'll start. Okay, let's try to prime this and see what we got. Okay. Okay, before we go any further, I'm going to check, make sure the shaft is not bent on this. I felt a slight vibration when I went to turn it off. Let's take the spark plug boot off. And before I do that, I may as well drain the engine at the same time before I flip it over. Engine oil's got to come out anyway. That's not too bad. It hasn't been changed in a while. It's black, but there's no metal flake in it. So, okay, what I'm doing here is I just set up 2 jacks, long screwdriver. You can use anything, and I just set it right beside the bolt, and then I turn the engine over. Of course, the spark plug is off. And you can see right here I got about A little under a 1/4 inch. About a 1/4 inch there. And right here, I'm pretty much touching the bolt. Okay, here's what I'm saying when I'm checking it. Spark plug is disconnected. Right here I guess it's under a 1/4 inch, but almost a 1/4 inch. And right here I'm basically touching. The vibration is because the main shaft is bent. So the engine is not worth saving. I can save some parts off it, maybe the carburetor, whatever, but I'll take the blade off. But the engine itself is not worth saving. So unfortunately, not everything can be saved, but I took the engine off. I took all the parts I wanted, which is in this container, blade, cable, a few bolts, nuts, and anyway, all that. I will be saving the engine because there is good parts in there. There's a coil in there, a bunch of other stuff. And worst case scenario, well, there's even valves and parts that are eventually, in my opinion, are going to get harder and harder to find once more and more of these electric things come on the market. Anyway, so this is going to go to scrap metal. That's going to be put away with the rest of the engines that are good parts. I'm just going to put a tag on it, bent crank. And those parts go with the rest of the parts. Anyway, if you liked the video, appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now. This is a pressure washer. It was given to me. It had a bad hose and bad carburetor. It's quite a few, maybe four or 5 years ago. I've been running this to clean snowblowers, lawnmowers, and all that time. The only thing I had to do to it was I had to put a new hose on it, which I put a good one, clean the carb, change the oil, spark plug, and it's been running ever since. On an upcoming video, what I plan on doing is, I like the Honda engine, the same thing, pump underneath. Out of everything here, I'm going to get this one running. Honda's a quieter, more reliable on the engine. Of course, these have been working. And I'm going to go through everything here, see what I can make. See if I can get 2 of them running, or maybe just one. If I have to, I'll take the pump off this one, put it on this one. Anyway, that'll be an upcoming video.